4 here of day 1 here at Miller Ranch Stadium, home of Direct Communication Field and Idaho State softball. I'm Lone Kelso. I'm joined, as always, with Taylor Fitzgerald. Taylor, the 2 seed, the Northern Colorado Bears, taking on the 3 seed, who won earlier today in run rule fashion, mainly thanks to this leadoff hitter. Grand slam, got the job done for Sacramento State. Saskia Robb, the hitter, walk-off grand slam, her last at bat to run rule the Portland State Vikings. Keys to the game, Taylor, for Sacramento State.
So for Sacramento State, it's going to be really important for the offense to set the tone. Again, they have one of the most explosive lineups in the conference and have the ability to score runs in bunches, which we did see in game number 1 today. And I think it's going to be huge for them to jump out to an early lead and then make Northern Colorado play from behind. Also, they're going to need consistency in the circle. One of the best things about this Sac State team is their pitching staff, one of the best in the conference.
First pitch. Foul. All right, keep going through Jeremiah Johnson, keys to the game.
Having that having that consistency in the circle, I think, is going to be huge, and just allowing the Hornet pitchers to do what they do. Alexa Ortiz came out in game 1, gave them a fabulous performance. Kennedy Bacon's going to get the ball in game number 2 and look for her to do the same thing.
In the circle for Northern Colorado is Anna Wilming. Keys for the game for Northern Colorado, Taylor. The Jeremiah Johnson keys to the game.
Yeah, so I think the first thing is going to be solid, well-managed pitching. Part of the success of Northern Colorado is the use of multiple arms in their pitching staff. So a quality start here from Wilming and strategic matchups are going to be huge, along with consistent offense top to bottom.
Wilming tosses first, 1 gone.
Along with consistent offense top to bottom, the Bears are at their best when they get production from the whole lineup, not just relying on 1 or 2 hitters. So I think if they can get things going throughout the whole lineup, like I said, they're going to be in a pretty good position to win this ball game.
So Anna Wilming, the starting pitcher for the Bears, 5.29 ERA on the year, 1.69 WHIP, 12-10 win-loss record. Officially now, 126 innings on the year, 59 walks to 62 strikeouts. She'll be pitching the ball to Emma Harrington. Playing first base will be Miley Morales. Second base will be Katie Walling. Shortstop, Krista Francia. Third base, Grace Sackett. Left to right, Abby Gaiona, KK Christie, and Bailey Kakalis. For Sac State, Saskia Robb led things off, grounded out. Plate now is Maddie Mendoza. She'll be followed by Lafu Malapei, Madison Evers-Lyles, Shannon Garcia, and Aaron Garcia. 79, Melissa George, Ava Medellin, and Faith Epperson. So 2-0 count on Maddie Mendoza. Driven in deep center field. Christie ranging back, it's out of here! Maddie Mendoza solo shot. Starts the scoring for the Hornets in the top of the first. The all Big Sky shortstop sends one out to center field. Again, another Northern Quest Resort and Casino home run.
Let's go. Maddie Mendoza just taking a pitch over the heart of the plate. Again, we've seen this kind of happen throughout the day in all the games, but there just gets into it and drives it out of the ballpark for run number 1 on the day, or in this game, excuse me, for Sac State, and puts them up to an early lead.
Dead center for Mendoza. It's 1-0 Hornets. Now Lafu Malapei with 1 out grabs the bat. Hey, there's that lilac bat we saw earlier.
Oh, this one's not broken.
Chung and Piatto. Portland State, Piatto broke that one.
Yeah, had to swing a different Easton bat during one of her at-bats, but we just like the colors. I like the colors that all these bats are coming out with this year. There's some fun ones.
Foul back.
I'm sure it's all a marketing ploy, but, you know, fun colors are cool, too.
Lafu, now in her 5th game this season playing in Pocatello, is due for a home run.
Absolutely.
She has
absolutely kind of been kept at bay
on the season.
She's kind of been kept at bay in Pocatello.
She's been getting singles and doubles.
She almost hit one out in the first game, but missed it by a couple feet.
Fence. The 0-2 pitch off the plate for a ball. Home plate umpire Davis Nixick. Over at first base will be Eric Bobbin, and third base will be Matt Jacks here for Game 4, the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships, presented by Jamball. 1-2. Misses up for a ball. Evens the count 2-2. What do you see out of Anna Wilming in the circle?
Yeah, Anna Wilming has an arsenal of pitches, but she mostly likes to use that curve, drop, and screw. So again, another pitcher that likes to work side to side and down in the zone, mostly likes to work away to lefties and then on the other side away to righties. But I would just look for her to pound the zone and keep the ball down. And I think the pitch that Mendoza ended up hitting out was just a pitch that was left elevated. But for the most part, her success is down in the zone.
Anna Wilming and the Northern Colorado Bears looking to win their 3rd conference title in just 4 years. Sac State looking for their 1st conference tournament title since 2018. So a good matchup here. Two teams that have had a good rivalry over the existence of the Big Sky. It's now 2-2 on Malpais. One gone here in the first. 1 run scored. Maddie Mendoza, solo home run. 2-2 misses. So the count runs full. Malpais bows back from 0-2 count.
That's a good pitch right there by Anna Wilming, just trying to expand the zone, and ultimately does get called a ball, but I think it kind of changes the eyes of Malpais in the box to set up this next pitch coming right here.
Full count offering. Walks. Great at bat by Malpais. She's fired up as she gets to stroll on down to first base with 1 out. Now it'll be Madison Evers-Lyles' turn at the plate. The sophomore third baseman batting .329 on the year, .964 OPS, and 10 home runs.
1 for 3 against Portland State earlier today with 2 RBIs. Had a nice little single in that first inning where Sac State really strung together multiple singles and were able to get on the board early.
And Wilming gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Crushed, deep left field. This one's leaving the ballpark. It's 3-0 Hornets. Another Northern Quest Resort and Casino home run, this time by Madison Evers-Lyles. Taylor, that ball was obliterated.
Crushed. As soon as that ball was released out of the hand of Wilming, and you started to see Evers-Lyles start to swing, you could tell that ball was just going to be launched out of the yard, and that'll be the 2nd home run of the inning. And she didn't have any in the first game today, but man, does she get all of this one. So 2 RBIs for Madison Evers-Lyles via the home run instead of the single this time.
So now it's 3-0 the score before the Bears even grab the bats. Just 1 gone in the inning for Shannon Garcia. Winner plays Idaho State in the winner's bracket tomorrow for a chance to play in the championship on Thursday. Loser plays an elimination game tomorrow against Weber State. So winning this game clinches a top 3 spot in the Big Sky. Gives you 1 more win away from the championship either tomorrow. If you lose that game, you'll play on Wednesday, an elimination game. Be able to punch your ticket. If you lose this round, you're back at square one.
Yep.
You got to win, what, 3 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to win 3 games. If you win this one, you're a game away from the championship. If you lose this one, you're 3 games away from the championship. So a crucial game. Idaho State was able to beat Montana 10-1 earlier this afternoon. Montana now 1-1. They'll be playing Portland State tomorrow. Cracked and over to second base. Making the catch is Walling. We're out number 2.
Well, and like you mentioned, Logan, just a drastic difference in if you win this game versus losing this game. And obviously you want to put yourself in the best position to take home that Big Sky tournament title. So staying in the winner's bracket is crucial, I think, for whoever's going to really end up making that long run. But not to say it can't be done out of the loser's bracket, but it just is a much harder path to get there.
Northern Colorado got to experience it the easy way a couple years ago. Pocatello winning both games here. This one cracked over to left field, and running out of room is Abby Iona for a long foul ball. Yeah, he saw Northern Colorado a couple years ago win a 10-inning thriller against Portland State to punch their ticket for back-to-back seasons. The Big Sky beating Idaho State in 2023, beating Portland State in 2024. Idaho State got it better than last year and knocked them out of the tournament. The tournament that was in Greeley. This year, trying to reclaim the title.
Yeah.
The 2 seed sweeping Weber State the final weekend. Finished in a 3-way tie for second with Sacramento State and Montana. Montana drops from the 2 to the 4. Sac State jumps from the 4 to the 3, and Northern Colorado jumps from the 3 to a 2, which gave them a bye. So 0-2 on Aaron Garcia. Fouled away. So we'll do it again with 2 gone. 3 runs home here in the top of the first for the Hornets. I believe they had 3 runs in the bottom half of the first there. In the first game they played earlier today.
So putting up crooked numbers early in the ball game.
0-2. Whoa. A little outside.
Just a bit high.
A little upstairs.
You know, sometimes you just reach back and it just comes out of your hand and you're like, well, what are you going to do? At least nobody was on base.
This ball's going to ascend.
She really wanted to change the eye level of Garcia there.
1-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled away.
So Aaron Garcia putting together a nice little at bat here. About to see her 6th pitch.
1-2, 2 outs. And Wilming trying to keep the bats at bay. Going up 2 home runs in the inning. Maddie Mendoza and then Madison Evers-Lyles. This one going towards the gap. KK Christie, what a catch! And that will retire this side.
Add that to our all-defensive team right there.
That was an unbelievable catch by KK Christie. But not before 3 Hornets cross home plate via 2 home runs to give Sacramento State a 3-run lead. Look at this catch again. KK Christie elevates to retire the side. They'll grab the bats. You're watching college softball on ESPN+. Presented by.
What you put in determines what you get out. This is true for sports. You've got to be willing to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts. That also holds true for how you fuel your body. At Jam Bar, we take pride in only putting the cleanest whole foods in our organic energy bars. No fad diets, no false promises. Just healthy ingredients to power your performance. Jam Bar, the official energy bar at the Big Sky Conference.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number. But when 1 is a collection of many, 1 can stand for all. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we've been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for 85 years. And through every journey, our one true focus has remained the same: to elevate the highest levels of preventive care and overall wellness, 1 member at a time. Always keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything we do.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
Welcome back to the 2026 Big Sky Championships. Led by Jam Bar here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho, the heart of the Port-Neuf Valley, as KK Christie, fresh off a great catch in center field, leads things off for Northern Colorado against Kennedy Bacon. Kennedy Bacon on the season, 3.45 ERA, 10-7 wet record, 99 in the 3rd innings pitched, 64 strikeouts, 62 walks. She'll be facing a potent Bears offense led up by KK Christie, followed by Katie Walling, Amaili Morales, Ella Gonzalez. Those 2 been mainstays of this program, along with Krista Francia, Grace Sackett batting 6th, followed by Bailey Cacales, Emma Harrington, and Abby Guyona. Called strike, 1-2 now on KK Christie.
Yeah, Kennedy Bacon going to get the ball here in game number 2 for Sac State of the day. Really likes to work that curve drop combo. She's really, really good at expanding the zone. So she'll get hitters to take that pitch on the outer half and then slowly work her way a ball off, 2 balls off, 3 balls off. And before you know it, she's getting you to chase. Has a 27% chase rate on the curveball alone. So look for her to really get ahead and then expand the zone, like I said.
Slow roller. Mendoza quickly over to first. In time. time for out number 1. Great play by Maddie Mendoza to retire KK Christie for out number 1. Defensively for the Hornets, Bacon will be pitching the ball to Shannon Garcia, who's playing catcher. Over at first base, Melissa George. Second base, Ava Medellin. Shortstop just makes the play you see on your screen, that being Maddie Mendoza, getting the out number 1. Over at third base is Madison Evers-Lyles. Left to right, Faith Epperson, Saskia Robb, and Lafu Mali Pai. First pitch fouled away by Katie Walling. Katie Walling against Sac State. Went 4 for 8, scored twice, had 2 RBIs, a walk. One of those hits being a double, and had a stolen base. Northern Colorado took 2 out of 3 against the Hornets as that pitch hits the right foot of Katie Walling. Puts her over at first base with 1 gone.
I think that pitch there just got away from Kennedy Bacon just a little bit, and unfortunately ended up hitting Walling. But the Bears will have their first base runner of the day here with 1 out in the inning.
So Miley Morales steps up to the box. Had some clutch hits 2 years ago in the Big Sky tournament here in Pocatello, Idaho. On route to their championship win. Just a sophomore at the time, now a seasoned vet, senior. Part of 2 Northern Colorado championship teams, got to play in multiple regionals.
In Stillwater, right? Oklahoma.
Stillwater, yeah. 0-1 fouled back, quickly 0-2. I don't think I've seen a pitcher pitch more outside this season. We talked about the whole Ava Brown thing where pitchers are a lot more careful around it this year. Last year at 25. Miley Morales had that streak for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Last year they gave a ton to hit. This year not giving a ton to hit, but still batting .419.
Yeah. So when she does get those opportunities, is that pitch right there just barely misses outside. When she gets those opportunities, she swings the bat well, and I'm sure that being pitched the way she's had to develop a lot of patience up at the plate. And like you said, being the seasoned vet that she is, I'm sure that's been something she's been able to work into her game.
This one misses, 2-2. Yeah, Miley Morales batted .419, having 1,100 OPS. She had 5 home runs, 29 RBIs, 30 walks, 16 doubles in her 60 minutes. This one back to Bacon, toss over to Mendoza, over to first, not in time. Fielder's choice for out number 2, but she's still, that wasn't enough, Taylor, to get her first team honors this year. Cindy Groves had 18 home runs and near 60 RBIs that gave her the first team. So we'll look at
first base, a very competitive position this year, as you see Morales just out in front of it, able to ground it out, but able to leg it out as Walling's able to break up the double play.
Now another player that's experienced a couple championships, Ella Gonzalez. Are my eyes deceiving me, or am I misremembering? I thought she always went sleeveless.
I thought she did too.
Oh no.
Maybe she's switching it up.
This is some groundbreaking news. 1-0. Swings and misses on that one.
Hey, tournament time, anything can happen, so.
Yeah, it's like a trademark almost. At least made me.
That might have been Jaborski. That might have been Jaborski.
Oh, might have. You're right.
The catcher.
You're right.
So kind of the same.
So 1-2. Could have swore I saw one sleeveless in practice from Northern Colorado. I just assumed.
You're like, hey, girl.
Bacon looking to get out of it. The 1-2. Misses. Just misses. Units count 2-2. Much of the disliking of Bacon. She'll smile it off. Regroup.
Man, in the 4 games that we've done today, Logan, we've seen a lot of pitches that have been really nice on those outer parts of the plate. Pitchers doing a good job of painting the corners.
This one fouled away. Yeah, I'd argue every single team has ran out with their ace for the game plan. I was wondering the strategy of it.
Yep.
I mean, you could argue Bacon is the ace for Sacramento State, but they also went out and threw. Why am I blanking on that name?
Ortiz?
Yeah, Ortiz, who had a 2.99 ERA.
Yep.
Got a great season. Did she go? She did! That'll retire the side. Bacon gets Gonzalez on the strikeout, and the score remains Hornets 3, Bears nothing. We'll head to the top of the second after the break. You're watching the 2026 Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jam Bar right here in Pocatello on ESPN+.
In the bottom of the first inning, Northern Colorado scored no runs with no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base.
Sac State's at 7-8-9. 7-8-9.
Sacramento State 3, Northern Colorado 0.
Strike. Let me start calling pitches.
You probably get a lot more strikeouts. Some of these pitches, I'm like, dude, that's way too close.
My strike zone would be so expanded.
Pitcher strike zone. I'd probably like throwing if you're behind the plate.
In Little League, dude, everything was a strike. I get so mad. I'd be like, swing the bat. If it's hittable in Little League, it's a strike. Welcome back. Top of the second inning. Be Melissa George to lead things off against Anna Wilming. We do have a correction. It is Hayden Nelson playing third base, not Grace Sacken. I was a little confused because I'm like, Grace Sacken hasn't really been bad this season. But yeah, just a little typo.
Little switch up.
Called strike. He was count 1-1.
Hey, it's right now, though, so that's all that matters.
At least I did it before an at-bat.
True.
At least I did it before I was like, this is our first at-bat of the season.
Yeah, right?
So
in the tournament of all places.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen crazy things with this guy, so I guess I didn't question it enough.
Yeah, for sure.
1-2 on Melissa George. Wilming gets her to fish.
Yeah, really nice pitch right there. I think Wilming kind of went to that change up and, like you said, gets George fishing down in the zone.
1-2. Doesn't get her chase that time. He's count 2-2. Wilming a little bit of a rough patch in the first inning, allowing 2 long balls by Mendoza and Evers-Lyles. Maybe a little bit of relief here in the second inning, going 7-8-9 versus the top of the Hornets order. So full count now on Melissa George. So George batting 194 on the year, 647 OPS, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, 14 walks. The full count pitch from Wilming. Swing and a miss. And a Wilming's first strikeout of the tournament. And the first out here in the top of the, or bottom of the second.
Really nice pitch right there by Anna Wilming. She learned from previously in the at bat that George was going to go down and fish, and there she goes again, gets her down in the zone, like you said, to record out number 1 and strikeout number 1.
Eva Medellin steps in the box now with 1 gone. Medellin went 0 for 6 in the series against Northern Colorado earlier this season. Did score a run via the walk.
Yeah, in their first game today against Portland State, Medellin playing second base made a great diving catch to her glove side. So really great over there at second base, looking to get things going here with the bat.
1-0 set into center field, ranging in is Christie for out number 2.
Good piece of hitting right there by Medellin, but just hits it right at Christie out in center field to record out number 2.
Now batting, number 11, Faith Epperson.
So 2 gone for Faith Epperson. Wilming looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Epperson batting 259 this year, 751 OPS, 3 extra base hits over 14 total hits, in her 23rd start of the season. First pitch, misses for a ball.
Yeah, Epperson has been really big for Sac State, especially as they entered into conference play, getting a little bit more of an opportunity, and she has the ability to steal bases, so some good speed here at the bottom of the lineup.
2-0 on the Live Oak, California native. Went to Yuba Junior College before taking her talents to Sacramento to play for the Hornets. Last year in the Big Sky for Sac State, as they'll be entering a new era of softball next year in the Big West.
I think they'll fit right in over there at the Big West.
Yeah, a lot of less traveling. I was talking to Coach Lori Perez about it. She said, we still plan on hosting a lot of these Big Sky teams.
Yeah.
They host 2 tournaments a year.
Yeah.
They want to get some Big Sky opponents in there, continue some of these rivalries that have been born in the Big Sky. Ground ball over to first. 1-2-3 inning for Anna Wilming. Sets down the Hornets in order. The score remains Sac State 3, Northern Colorado nothing. We'll head to the bottom half of the second. After the break, you're watching Big Sky College Softball, Big Sky Championships presented by Jambar on ESPN+.
At the top of the second inning, Sac State scored.
Bottom of the second inning here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. Hornets leading 3-0. Bears trying to answer back. Getting things off will be Krista Francia. She'll take a first pitch strike from Kennedy Bacon.
Yeah, Bears in the top of the second able to go 1-2-3. So Anna Wilming able to settle in a little bit more and looking to answer back to the 3 runs that Sac State scored in the first.
That one misses, even the count 1-1. Francia on the season, batting .306, .856 OPS, 44 hits. 15 of those going for extra bases. Slow roller back to Bacon. Bacon over to first for out number 1.
Nice job right there by Bacon to field her position, able to get to that ground ball easily and sling it over to George for out number 1.
So Hayden Nelson grabbing the bat here.
Good pitch right there.
Hayden Nelson on the year batting .289, 35 hits, 16 of those going for extra bases, leads the team in home runs. Called strike. .01. Slow roller. Evers Lyles tosses over to first. Good pick over there by Melissa George for out number 2.
Kennedy Bacon again just inducing that weak contact as you see there. Nelson just kind of trying to take that outside pitch, and she rolls it over to Evers Lyles at third base, who's played a great third base all year long, and just tosses it over to George. Great pick on the other half to complete the play. Out number 2.
2 gone for Cacala's first pitch. Called strike. Then we get to say my favorite Hayden Nelson fact. In conference, she had 7 hits. 1 second. Yeah, 7 hits, 5 home runs.
Oh, wow. Okay, talk about bringing it when it counts.
Right. About every hit she had.
Basically.
Left the field. So 1-1 on Bailey Cacalis. Cacalis on the year batting .379 and 1,000 OPS. Left the yard twice. This time Sends one to the center field for a base hit. First hit of the afternoon for the Bears. Hey, Bailey Cacalis. So 2 gone, 1 on for Emma Harrington.
Nice swing right there by Cacalis. Again, just takes that pitch. This time lets it get a little bit deeper into the zone and just hits it right back where it's pitched. Good job by Saskia Robb to play that on the 1 hop. But like you said, Bears first base hit of the day and 2 outs, looking to have some 2-out magic going.
So Emma Harrington's turn at the plate. The junior batting .254 on the year, 647 OPS. Against Sac State in their previous series, went 2-5, scored a run. She's part of the 2024 Northern Colorado Championship Tournament team. So that one misses. 2-0 now the count on Harrington.
We've seen a couple hitters throughout this tournament so far use that split grip like Harrington is right now, and a lot of hitters like to go to that as it gives you a little bit more top hand control as you get the barrel through the zone.
There's a called strike. Yeah, I have noticed that a lot more in recent years as well.
Yeah, I think it started at Tennessee, or at least where I first learned about it was at Tennessee, and they had used it as a hitting drill, but then Mackenzie Donahue used it in a game, and since then it's been very popular.
The more you know.
Yeah, fun fact.
2-2, 2 outs, 1 runner on here in the bottom half of the second inning. Bacon looking for 2 scoreless frames. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. So 2-2, we'll do it again. We saw Bacon twice against Idaho State earlier this season, including an 8-inning complete game win.
Marathon.
In a game, she never, despite allowing 7 runs, she kept her team in it that entire game.
She bent but didn't break.
All right. Just misses, so it'll be a full count on Emma Harrington.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that third game outing from Bacon and how, like you said, gave up some runs, but really kept her team in it and ultimately was able to finish it off and get the strikeout against one of the Bengals hitters who hadn't struck out all year long.
Harrington, high fly ball. Mendoza calls off the left fielder to make the catch for out number 3. So 2 scoreless innings for Kennedy Bacon in the circle, preserving the 3-0 lead. You're watching the Big Sky Softball Championships right here in Pocatello, Idaho, presented by Jam Bar on ESPN Plus. Three in the first with 1-2-3, tying the 7-8-9 hitters. Now facing the top of the order once again in the form of Saskia Robb. 0 for 1 in this game. Swings in the first pitch and misses. Turns out to Wilming her first time around.
Yeah, had a grand slam in Sac State's first game of the day against Portland State that really put the stamp on that game, but that swing from her was just beautiful. It was smoked.
That swing, not as beautiful. It's now an 0-2 count. Great pitch there by Anna Wilming.
I really love how Anna Wilming has really gone to that changeup a little bit more these last 2 innings. You can see the Sac State hitters aren't able to identify it, and she gets them to swing at it down low in the dirt. And I think or the turf, excuse me. And I think that if she's going to be able, I think she'll see a lot of success if she continues to do that.
0-2 misses. Wilming trying to get her to chase in the same spot. She did on strike 2, and it's now a 1-2 count on the leadoff hitter. Getting her second leadoff opportunity of the game. 1-2. Ground ball over to second. Tosses to Miley Morales for out number 1. 5 straight batters, rather, tired by Wilming. But doesn't get any easier, Taylor.
Yeah, I was going to say, here's Mendoza. Rematch number 1 of the day.
Mendoza led things off, or led the scoring off, I should say, with a home run to dead center.
Yeah, just got a pitch over the heart of the plate and did not miss.
What was Mendoza's 7th home run of the season? First pitch. This is down for a ball. Mendoza transfer from University of Texas, El Paso native herself.
I believe during her time at UTEP, she was a Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So adding to her resume, top newcomer of the year.
Ground ball. Shortstop. Trying to throw over to get it out of there. Shortstop out, but not in time. Is the throw from Krista Francia. Good stop. Not enough velocity on the throw. Now Mendoza 2 for 2 now for the home run and a single.
Just hit that ball hard, and Francia had to dive and had to make a quick throw, but Mendoza too quick over there, gets down the line, and it'll bring up Malupei.
Lafu Malupei. Big Sky Player of the Year. First pitch, pop up. And a sigh of relief from Greeley all the way to Pocatello. So able to retire Malupei on just 1 pitch.
What a great pitch right there by Anna Wilming. It looked like she kind of went with that off speed a little bit, and Lafu Malupei just underneath it, and Miley Morales just able to secure that easily in foul territory for out number 2.
So 2 gone for Madison Evers-Lyles. Had a 2-run home run her last time around. While another one there, Mendoza on the move. Ball slips out of Katie Walling's glove, and it'll be a stolen base for Mendoza, her 8th of the season. I think it was a hit and run. There wasn't a hit part. We only got the
yeah, I was going to say,
worked out.
I think it's one of those plays where you have the runner steal and you make the hitter swing the bat, and they're not trying to hit the ball to make the catcher kind of have to work a little bit more versus just getting a good, clean eye view down to second base.
Bunts this time. Toss over to first. In time to retire the side. So a 2-out bunt attempt does not go Evers-Lyles' way. And the score remains right where it's at, 3-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd after the break. You're watching the Big Sky Conference Championship of Softball, presented by Jam Bar, right here on ESPN+.
Basketball fans, Starch Madness is back, returning to downtown Boise in Idaho Central Arena this March 7th to 11th.
Up with Montana and on to the NCAA tournament.
Experience Boise's vibrant downtown with walkable restaurants, hotels, and championship basketball. Make your travel plans today at visitboise.com or by scanning this QR code. March starts in Boise.
In the heart of Montana's untamed wilderness, a legend is brewing. Jeremiah Johnson Brewing, the official beer of the Big Sky Conference. Brewed with the rugged spirit of the West. Jeremiah Johnson is simply a world-class, straightforward, no-nonsense beer. Do well.
Wow, $1 million.
Yeah.
Whoa. Itchery.
Didn't touch it. I was just using it as a drink tray.
Sir, I'm obligated to inform you that I have a yellow belt in the art of karate.
Yellow? What's your signature move? The fist of mild discomfort?
Try again.
The flinching dragon.
That's not a fake.
The flying side-eye?
We're getting warmer.
Even get me started.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. 3-0 the score here in Game 4 of the Big Sky Softball Championships here in beautiful Pocatello, Idaho, the U.S. smile capital of the world. All smiles for Kennedy Bacon on the mound as she's facing Abby Guyona. First pitch. Called strike. And if you didn't know, we're presented by Jam Bar.
Let's go, Jam Bar.
Go try Jam Bar today. I'm gonna need some more Jam Bars to get through 3 more games tomorrow. There's a call strike. Some more musically mango.
Musically mango. What was the other one?
Tropical trio, I think.
I like the names.
Pretty sure, yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I'll have to bring you some Jam Bars tomorrow.
Let's
0-2, now the way.
I'll give you a review. Rated out of 10.
Yeah, Jam Bar will be watching, so you'll have to, might have to, inflate your score a couple points regardless.
I think I would like it.
What was it, 12 out of 10?
12 out of 10. I can't even rate it. It's so good.
0-2. Just misses on Guyona.
What a great pitch right there by Kennedy Bacon going in. Kennedy Bacon really likes to work that outer half of the plate, but she does have the ability to come inside, and I think it catches a lot of hitters by surprise. But there, ultimately called a ball.
2-2 now on Guyona. Northern Colorado trying to get something going here in the bottom of the third. Down 3, Kennedy Bacon already seems to be locked in the circle. The 2-2. Misses, once count full. Guyona on the year batting .211, .511 OPS, the senior left fielder for the Bears.
Yeah, I'd love to turn the lineup over as Christy stands on deck.
The full count pitch. Ground ball, Bacon. Another play as she'll toss it over to Melissa George for out number 1.
I think this is the most amount of PFPs we've seen in a game so far.
I'd have to agree with you there.
PFPs being pitcher's fielder practice, and Bacon defending the circle well. Both her and Wilming are very good at fielding their positions. But that'll turn the lineup over.
Yeah, that's another. We didn't even consider pitcher for the offensive team.
I got a couple I could add to the list right now.
Riley Wickham might have to be an honorable mention despite not pitching most of the season.
Marley
Not a double plays. I saw Riley Wickham start as a pitcher for Arizona.
It was awesome.
Absurd.
Yeah.
Goluskin had a diving, catching, and Montana.
Yeah, Goluskin, really good fielding pitcher. Bacon.
Yeah, Bacon, we've seen, including the Idaho State series, made some great plays.
Absolutely. Wilming's been really good today.
Been good all of her career.
Man, we're gonna run out of space on our card.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to have a voting system.
Our all defensive team is about to have
20 million people on it.
20 players.
We're like all defensive team, but like if you make a really good play, you get it.
Yeah, we actually have more outfielders in our make-believe.
Yeah, yes. We actually have like 3 at every position, so.
It's really hard to get a hit. In our offense. A lot of teams are good defenders, but there's about 20 of them. 2-0 to KK Christie. Ground ball. Bacon tried to stop that one. Can't. Toss over. Pass first base. Okay, Christie over to second. Pass second base. But Christie will remain over at second base. So it'll be an error, I believe, on the throw.
I believe so. Both.
From Ava Medellin.
Yeah, Medellin.
But then yeah, 2-base error.
I think because she didn't advance.
Yeah, she advanced the second throw. So 2-base error puts KK Christie over on second base with 1 out.
Initially, I thought she was going to be dead out at second base, but unable to complete the throw on the other side, and Christie gets herself in a scoring position for the Bears.
So Katie Walling has a chance to cut into the 3-run deficit here with 1 out. Runner in scoring position. As home plate umpire Davis Nixick talking to the Sac State coaching staff. He's writing in his book. I don't know if there's a change. Roy Perez kind of laughing out there. I don't know. Too serious. I don't know if there's a change. I don't think there's a change.
I don't think there was either. Well, we'll play on.
Yeah, it looks like all the same batters or fielders in my eyes. Deep center field. Wally leaves the ballpark. Walling's 6th home run of the season, presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. It's now a 3-2 ball game here in the bottom of the third.
Man, that ball was crushed off the bat. I thought for a second Saskia Robb was going to get a chance to rob another home run, but Walling just gets all of this one and then some more as she puts the Bears within 1 here in the bottom of the third. What a swing of the bat.
Yeah, Saskia Robb scaled the wall, but not enough room as Katie Walling makes this a 3-2 ball game. Now Miley Morales steps in the box. 0 for 1, grounded out to Bacon her last time. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. So Bacon is very efficient. The error given up by her infield, put a runner in score position. Walling makes them pay, leaves the ballpark. Cuts the lead down to 1 as this one's fouled away by Morales. Winner plays Idaho State tomorrow. Loser plays Weber State in what will be game number 6 of the tournament. The second game tomorrow, the middle game. Sacramento State in their second game of the day, beating Portland State earlier today. Colorado, the 6th and final team to play here in day 1 of the Big Sky Championships. 1-2. Did she go? She did. There's out number 2. Strikeout of Bacon by Bacon to Morales for the second out. 2 gone. That'll bring to the plate Ella Gonzalez, the DP. 0 for 1 in this game, struck out her last time around.
What a good response right there from the senior pitcher in Kennedy Bacon. Gives up the home run, but then ultimately goes right back at arguably one of the best hitters on this team in Morales and gets her to strike out swinging.
So there's all swings and misses on the first one. 0-1 the count. Slow roller, Melissa George touches her bag. That'll retire the side. But not before. Katie Walling cuts into the deficit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Sac State looks to respond after the break. You're watching Big Sky Conference Championships here in Pocatello, Idaho, presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+.
In the bottom of the third.
Respond as Northern Colorado put 2 across in the bottom half of the third. A USL draft going on right now, Taylor.
Yeah, big time for our sport of softball.
Big time. First overall pick. Kind of a shocker in my opinion. Pickens from Tennessee.
Carlin Pickens.
High fly ball. Second base under it. Makes the play for out number 1. Yeah, Pickens first. And then Nizeri Candy second. Maya Johnson goes to the Sparks with the 3rd pick. The 4th pick goes to the Bandits, Chicago Bandits. They get Jocelyn Erickson. The Portland Cascade, my favorite team from the area, took Megan Grant.
Yeah, UCLA power hitter.
Second hitter of the draft. And then Jordan Woolry just got picked by the Utah Talons. They'll be playing a couple hours south of here in Pocatello. Lifted into left field. Making the play is Abby Guyona for out number 2. 2 quick outs here for Anna Wilmey.
I did not realize that UCLA had 3 seniors. It's Woolery, Tinsley, and Grant, and they all got golden tickets. So that's pretty cool.
I have a hot take on that. I personally like the golden tickets. I like that we recognize the athletes. I don't think we need them. I think it's like all the other sports drafts where you just pick the best available. And if somebody decided to pick Jordy Fromm, formerly Jordy Ball,
because they got it.
She might not play, but you have her rights whenever she does play. I'm sure she will play again.
Absolutely.
No way this is her last year.
I was going to say, she's such a generational player that on both sides of the ball that there's no way she doesn't go play at some point pro.
A 1 called strike on Melissa George. So Wilming looking for a 3rd consecutive scoreless inning, keeping her team in it here in the top of the 4th. As Melissa George down 0-2, gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Just misses. 1-2 count. Yeah, Reese Atwood, I could have swore would have been a top 5 pick.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised with such a great catcher, like you said. We were talking about during the break, but a great defensive catcher, a great hitter. So it'll be interesting to see where she kind of ends up.
Is Erickson first catcher picked on the ball?
Yeah.
1-2.
Catcher first base.
Yeah, we're going to see how the sport grows. 6 teams right now. I'm sure there'll be 12 in the next 5 years.
Yeah, that'll be really awesome, especially with how much talent is coming up through softball nowadays. It's really
like
cool.
What's stopping, if you don't have golden tickets, why not have a team look at Lawfield, Malapaya?
Exactly.
1-2 foul away. I mean, she's got the nomination to go to the camp of America's
I was going to say, so she'll get a chance to play, which that's coached by Samantha Ricketts, who's the head coach at Mississippi State.
But that's why, that's why it also is like an open draft. It has more teams, gets more talent in there. So it would be fun. We're broadcasting a game, and all of a sudden we see, Lawfield from Malapaya just got, picked by the Utah Towns. That'd be fun.
That'd be awesome.
It reminds me of the draft happening during college. It reminds me of the old MLB draft. They used to do it during regionals. So when Dancy Swanson was picked first overall, he turned on the stream on his phone right after his win ended to clinch their spot in Supers, and he learned he got drafted first overall by the Arizona Diamondbacks. But now they switched their draft to July.
I feel like that's a big moment. You want the players to be able to take it in and witness it, and when you get that call and your family being there and all that good stuff. So
2-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball stopped by Walling. Throws over to first, and now to retire the side. Wilming, another scoreless frame. Make that 3 in a row. Roy Corrado needs 1 run to tie, 2 to take the lead in the bottom half of the 4th. You're watching the Big Sky College Softball Championships presented by Jambar on ESPN+. Fourth inning, but did you know, Taylor, that ESPN is now the exclusive home of MLB.TV? Stream all out-of-market games, live or on demand, all in one place. Cubs game got moved till after the Big Sky tournament, I think on purpose, so I can watch
obviously,
it. I'll be firing up the ESPN app, be watching. Well, actually, are we the only softball tournament? What other softball tournaments are on today?
The Big Ten starts on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll say we might be like the only softball.
I think the SEC starts tomorrow.
Right.
The SEC, every team goes in, and it's single elimination for their tournament, which is like kind of crazy, but also kind of cool.
I mean, when every team's going to make it anyway out of the SEC. May as well do single elimination.
Unless they're not over 500, which in order to be eligible for an at-large bid.
I know I've been making some takes. I have another hot take here.
Oh,
if you're competing and scheduling extra games to get 500. Probably should have made the turn. Probably should have made it. This one's at the deep center, and it is gone. Tie ball game. Krista Francia ties it in the bottom of the fourth. Francia's 5th home run of the season, presented by Northern Quest Resort and Casinos. Taylor, we have a brand new ball game.
Yeah, tied it up here, 3 apiece, but Francia just getting a pitch again over the heart of the plate and just taking it out into center field against Saskia Robb, giving that great effort, but runs out of room, unfortunately, for the Hornets. And now, like you said, new ball game, Logan.
Tied up 3 apiece, 3 unanswered runs by the Bears after Sac State put up a 3 spot before they were even able to grab the bats in the first. We knew this game would be a bloodbath, and we're getting it. Hayden Nelson at the plate. First pitch misses from Kennedy Bacon. Hayden Nelson, 7 hits, and the Big Sky, 5 of them left the ballpark. Dangerous bat.
That's some big-time power right there.
The 1-0. Deep right field. Back to back for the lead. Make it 6 hits in the Big Sky. Or 6 home runs in the Big Sky. Presented by Northern Quest Resorts and Casinos. And it's a new lead, this time Northern Colorado. It's 4-3, Taylor.
Man, what a swing of the bat by Nelson. We just talked about it, how she has so much power and how she's been so good in Big Sky play and continues to do it here in the tournament and give her team the 4-3 lead as she goes back-to-back with Francia.
Hayden Nelson with another home run. Team leading. 13th home run of the season. 3 home runs, 4 runs scored now. Northern Colorado has the lead and has now put the Hornets down to their final 9 outs. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, I was going to say right before Nelson hit the home run that it felt like at the beginning of this game when Sac State scored 3 runs, it was going to be that each team was going to throw punches and that it was going to be a high-scoring game and you're going to need to score more. And right here we see Northern Colorado kind of has clawed their way back, takes the lead, and like you said, Sac State going to have some outs to work with, but you just felt like this was going to be a scoring game.
2-0 now on Bailey Cacalis. Kennedy Bacon needing to regroup in the circle. Now pitching from behind. 4 runs now in the last 3 outs for the Bears. In the line foul.
Which, when Sac State did play Idaho State here during the regular season, we did see her give up some runs, but then regroup and kind of able to collect herself and go right at the hitters. And so she has experience doing that. So we'll look to see here how she kind of regroups against Northern Colorado, but she has been able to do it, so it can be done.
8 hits now, 6 home runs for Hayden Nelson. It's pretty unbelievable. In the Big Sky, I should preface that. On the season, she's batting in the near 300s.
Have yourself a Big Sky regular season conference tournament, and we're only in day 1, Logan.
Man. We're seeing a lot of Northern Quest Resort and Casino home runs. That's 4 in this game. We had 7 in the first game. We had Saskia Robb's home run in game 2. So that's 8 for the first 2. The game before this, we saw 2. So that was 10. We've now seen 14?
14. Whoa!
14 home runs here in day 1.
We're going to have to keep a home run counter.
It's been, that's what a sunny day in Pocatello will do with no wind.
Absolutely.
That one's fouled away. Count remains full on Bailey Cacalis. Kennedy Bacon looking for her first out of the inning.
Honestly, the only way that you don't really have a chance to hit a ball out of this ballpark is when the wind is blowing extremely hard in. Other than that, if it's not, you got a chance to leave the yard at any given time.
Swing and a miss. Bacon comes back and strikes out Cacalis for out number 1 here in the bottom half of the 4th.
Again, a good response by Bacon. When she gave up the home run to Walling last inning, she came back and struck out Morales. As you see here, she does the same thing to Cacales here and gets her swinging for strikeout number 3.
One gone for Emma Harrington. First pitch. Taken down for a ball. Harrington flew out her last time around. Maddie Mendoza in shallow left field. Head of the count 1-0. Pitch. 2-0.
Man, another great pitch on the outer half of the plate. Again, we've seen it from both sides where these pitchers have been able to paint some really nice pitches, but ultimately been called balls.
2-0. Ground ball back to Bacon. Once again, toss over to first for out number 2.
So again, after giving up the back-to-back, Jack's able here to get 2 outs. Both, one via the strikeout, one back to herself via the ground ball.
So 2 gone for Abby Guyona, the senior, batting .211. 511 OPS. 0 for 1 in this game, grounded out to Kennedy Bacon. Like a lot of other batters.
Yeah.
Called strike. And Colorado regained the lead on back-to-back home runs from Krista Francia and Hayden Nelson to flip the score to a 4-3 lead. 2-run home run last inning by Katie Walling. So 1-1 on Guyona. 3 home runs on 5 hits. 4 runs total for UNC. Maddie Mendoza makes the catch to retire the side, but the Bears grab the lead. It's now Sac State 3, Northern Colorado 4. Sac State looking to respond in the top half of the 5th. You're watching the Big Sky Conference Tournament presented by Jambar right here on ESPN Plus.
At the end of the 4th inning, Northern Colorado 4.
As the sun rises over the Rocky Mountains on a new era, we stand on a foundation etched in stone. Built on the backs of legends, All-Americans, and national champions, we've made our mark not only in the West, but across the nation and the globe. Through perseverance and commitment to a world-class student-athlete experience, we've set ourselves apart from our peers as an untraveled road lies ahead. We are the Big Sky Conference, where experience is elevated.
We help students expand their horizons, discover who they are, and who they want to become. At UNC, we build a diverse community one student at a time, attracting students of all backgrounds and experiences. 36% of our students identify as people of color, and 25% are Hispanic or Latinx. UNC is a destination for dreamers, where students find the space to grow, develop, and thrive. Great futures start here, the University of Northern Colorado. North of the norm, east of the expected.
Colorado now leading things as we enter the top of the 5th. 4-3 as Ava Medellin looking to start things off for the Hornets against Anna Wilming, and she will base hit into left field. It'll be a leadoff single for Ava Medellin here in the top half of the 5th inning.
I was just about to say, in her first at-bat, Medellin smoked a ball into center field, but ultimately Christie was able to track it down, but here gets herself a nice little single and will bring to the plate Faith Epperson.
Yeah, first pitch, posits out to left field. There's a leadoff under the tying run. We're at first base for Faith Epperson. See if it's a bunt situation for the 9-hole batter. It looks like it is. Pulls back, throws down to second for fun. Count 1-0.
Just wanted to, give it a go.
Give a nice throw in. Intimidate the Hornets. So 1-0 the count. No outs. Runner on first base. Oh, they're called a strike?
All right.
So 0-1 actually was called strike. Sac State calls time. Doesn't get it. This time it will be a bunt. Perfectly on the line. Slipping is Harrington. And everyone's safe. But they're going to get her over at second. Medellin takes an extra step off the bag. Krista Francia holds the tag, and that's out number 1. Wow. All after Lori Perez was yelling at the umpire to call time.
Oh my goodness.
Let's look at this one again. A perfect bunt.
Perfect bunt.
Slip by Harrington. Tosses over to Francia. Oh man. It gets the tag right there.
I think maybe Medellin thought that head coach Lori Perez was talking to her, so she took that little extra turn. But behind the plate, and Harrington just immediately fired it to Francia.
Base hit into right field. Going to third is Epperson. It gets behind the right fielder. Epperson's going to come around. She'll tie things up. A triple, and it gets behind the bag. And it is relayed by the left fielder, Iona, but a triple for Saskia Robb. And once again, Taylor, we're tied at 4 apiece.
Talk about a clutch swing of the bat. Saskia Robb, first pitch, drives the ball in the 3-4 hole, and they had her shifted over towards right center field, and then just let them run and do the talking, and ties this ball game up. So what looked to be a momentum shifter for Northern Colorado ultimately will go in favor of Sac State as they score Epperson from first base.
Deanne Pendleton Helm talking to her infield. You're tied up once again. 4 apiece here in the 5th inning. You had a feeling this would be a classic.
Absolutely.
It has the makings of one as we enter the late stages of this ball game. Now the lightning rod, Maddie Mendoza, home run in this single in this ball game, will look to once again give the Hornets the lead as Saskia Robb stands on third via the game-tying RBI triple.
Well, and the good news here for Sac State is you do have 1 out. So Maddie Mendoza can score her in multiple ways. It doesn't just have to be via the base hit. So looking to have a productive at-bat here for the Hornets.
Pitch misses to Mendoza.
First triple of the tournament.
First triple of the tournament. Second triple of the season for Saskia Robb.
If you're going to hit a triple at Direct Communications Field, it's right field is the place to hit it.
Yep. A 1-0 pitch. Wilming finds the strike zone, evens the count 1-1. Addie Mendoza wants this moment. That's why she transferred to Sac State, where plate appearances like these. 1-1 count, 1 out. Tie ball game in the 5th. Robb at third, the pitch. This be a fly out to right. Tagging is Robb. And she's going to be in there. Mendoza gives the Hornets the lead via the sac fly. And it's now 5-4 Hornets.
Again, we said it that Maddie Mendoza was going to be able to score Saskia Robb in multiple ways. And here, going with the sac fly out to right field. So great team at bat by Maddie Mendoza. Gives them the lead here in the top of the 5th, Logan.
Allowed 2 in the bottom half of the 4th. 2 get 2 back here in the top half of the 5th. And now Lafu Malapei with 2 outs grabs the bat. Walked and flew out to the first baseman in her 2 plate appearances.
Man, if anybody's due for a home run at Direct Communications Field, it is Lafu Malapei.
Lafu, Big Sky Player of the Year.
It's been so good for this Hornets team.
Takes that pitch in there for a strike. You just count 1-1 here. 2 gone, 2 runs home here in the 5th. One of those outs coming on the bases. What now is looking like a gift from the heavens.
Absolutely.
Colorado. Trying to keep the deficit at just 1. And then Colorado was down 3. Scored 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th to take the lead. Sac State answers as this ball deep left field. And it is caught by Guyona to retire the side. Close, but a couple inches away. But the Hornets grab the lead. It's now 5-4. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th after the break. See if Northern Colorado can respond. You're watching Big Sky Softball Championships presented by Jambar on ESPN Plus. The lead has changed once again. Sacramento State up 5-4 against the Bears of Northern Colorado. Top of the order. And KK Christie takes a first pitch strike from Kennedy Bacon. Now for her 5th inning of work. I have a feeling both these pitchers will have very extended outings today.
I agree.
Both, one senior, one junior. Pitching these moments before, you're going to trust them.
Absolutely.
1-1 on Christie. Saw Northern Colorado ride the arm of Aaron Cavanis a couple of years ago. Ground balls, diving stop. Melissa George touches first for out number 1. Great play over there.
Man, what a great defensive play by George over there that easily could have gotten through for a single to lead off the inning, but makes the dive and then ultimately steps on the bag to get Chrissy out for out number 1.
So Katie Walling had a home run. 2-run home run at the time, bringing it to a 1-run deficit. Pitch taken down for a ball.
Yeah, she hit the first home run of the day for the Bears, and then it was followed up the next inning by Francia and Nelson.
5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Sac State. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Northern Colorado. As this one flown out into left field, making the play is Faith Epperson for out number 2. So quickly 2 gone. Good response for Bacon after her teammates regained the lead for her in the top half of the inning. But not out of danger yet. Amiley Morales steps in the box. 0 for 2 in this game. Fielder's choice to the pitcher and a strikeout. Off Bacon. This is going to be an infield single for Amiley Morales. Luckily looked to be off Bacon's glove. Bacon saying she's fine despite her catcher calling time for her.
I think you're right. I think it did hit off her glove.
Purposely hit her side of her glove.
I think she's probably more mad she didn't catch that ball.
Yeah, thankfully off the side of her glove.
Yes, thankfully.
Look at this one again.
Yeah, just a really good piece of hitting. We've seen, we've seen Amiley Morales really go up the middle. Well, in her first at bat, she grounded out to Kennedy Bacon, but she's used the middle of the field, and there gets a 2-out single to continue the inning for the Bears.
Ella Gonzalez takes the first pitch. Down and away for a ball. Cleanup hitter Ella Gonzalez batting .382 on the year, .990 OPS, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs, strong 14 walks. The 1-0. Grounded off her ankle for a foul ball. 1-1, 2 outs. Miley stands out first. She represents a tying run. Ella Gonzalez at the plate represents the leading run. Kennedy Bacon in the circle wants none of that.
Absolutely not.
Call, strike.
Well, and to the credit of Kennedy Bacon, she's really been able to keep Morales and Gonzalez so far in this game at bay. It's been the other hitters that have kind of been able to pick it up, but both these, Amiley Morales and Ella Gonzalez, can leave the yard at any time, so.
Called, third strike. Bacon retires the side, preserves the lead into the 6th inning. You're watching the Big Sky Conference Softball Championships presented by Jambar on ESPN Plus. 6th inning. 5-4 the score. Anna Wilming remaining out in the circle. Ran into trouble twice in the 1st and in the 5th. 3 scoreless innings sandwiched in between those frames. That's Lyles, 1 for 2. Home run, her first at bat. Tried to bunt for a hit her second time with 2 outs. Both thrown out by Wilming.
I think if she would have bunted it a little bit softer in her last at bat, it would have been closer to being a hit.
And she's going to leave the yard again. 2 home runs in the game for Madison Evers-Lyles. That extends the lead. It's now 6-4 Hornets. That home run brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. I wonder if she's going to be regretting that bunt attempt.
I know.
2 home runs sandwiched in between those.
I was going to say, last time she was in Pocatello, she hit 2 runs here on the first day. Yep. She's hit 2 home runs as well. So seeing the ball really well and adds to this Hornet lead as she just gets a pitch and doesn't miss. Got out of here in a hurry, Logan.
Yeah, her home runs go out quickly.
Yes. She hit one to right field when they came and played Idaho State, and that thing got out in a hurry.
Rushed. 12th home run of the year for Madison Evers-Lyles. 2-run lead now for the Hornets as putting Northern Colorado back on their heels. They'll be down to their final 6 outs. Shannon Garcia grabbing the bat. Garcia in this ball game is 0 for 2, 2 flyouts to the second baseman. This one up the middle. First hit of the game for Shannon Garcia. Still no outs in the inning. Hornets looking to pile on here. Passes the bat over to her sister, Erin Garcia.
One of the things that I've noticed about these Sac State hitters is I think we're going to get a pinch runner probably in here for Shannon Garcia. One of the things about these Sac State hitters is when they have found success at the plate, they're swinging early in the count. And when they're jumping on the first or second pitch, they're able to get some pretty good hard contact and able to drive the ball to all parts of the yard. It's when they get into these deeper counts that they're not able to see as much success, and it kind of gives the upper hand to Wilming.
It'll be number 20 pinch running, that being Addie Buckley. We saw her pinch run for Garcia in the first game. So 1 on, no outs for Erin Garcia. Wilming getting the confidence from the dugout to continue in the circle. First pitch to Erin Garcia, shows bunt, pulls back. It's called strike. Wilming saying, don't throw it, don't throw it.
Nobody's going.
I know, maybe Emma wanted to throw it down a second again. It looked like she had a lot of fun her first time.
Yes.
Lori Perez is not happy about the strike call. Arguing with the home plate umpire.
Trying to clarify if that was on the on the pitch.
Hey, giving Erin Garcia a great take.
Yeah.
Great take. Good. Some confidence.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, to me, they look fairly close to a strike. I mean, it's always tough to call one of those when the bat is
exactly. Then the ball got away from Harrington and
pulls back again. There's the ball. 1-1 now.
I was gonna say that one was clearly down.
Yeah, that one I agree. I'll come out on a limb.
Clearly down in the zone.
And agree there. That was probably a ball. So 1-1, no outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Bunts through that one. It's now 1-2. Looks like it'll probably be a swing away situation with 2 strikes. Trying to follow up her sister, who singled just before her.
Yeah, squared a ball up in her first at bat, Erin Garcia, but didn't really have anything to show for it. So looking to try to hit a ball hard here, get something going, continue going.
Lifts this one in the left field. Guyona under it for out number 1. So 1 gone for Wilming and the Bears here in the top half of the 6th inning. Now Melissa George had a web gem in the bottom half of the previous inning. Now it's an at-bat here.
We don't always see a lot of diving plays at first base, and sometimes it's just because they don't get balls that are, barreled up towards them, but she made a great play on that ball hit to her.
Is web gem just a generic term we've used, or is that because ESPN Baseball Tonight used to give, like, web gems of the week?
That's a great question.
Because now Baseball Tonight doesn't really exist anymore now that ESPN's lost the rights to MLB games on the mainline network. Of course, they have MLB TV on the app.
I think it's just
But yeah,
they used it and then it kind of worked into the everyday lingo, and now everybody uses it.
It was kind of cool because it'd be like, this was Javi Baez's 7th web gem of the season. I always liked how they counted how many. They're fake. Or not, it's not fake. They're judgment calls on what makes a web gem versus not.
They have theirs, we have ours.
It was always an unlimited number. It could be, they could have 5.
Yeah.
They could have 17. So 1-1 on Melissa George. 1 out, 1 runner on. Wilmington would love a double play ball here. Here's the pitch. It's a fly ball, but out of the park. So 1-2 now on Melissa George.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those terms that just kind of has worked into everyday lingo of baseball, softball.
Yeah, there's a couple of lingo. Some of those words, I'm like, really? A can of corn always confused me. I finally learned what it meant.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in terms of how it originated.
I had to look it up, too.
Ground ball, slow roller. Melissa George beats it out. Infield single. Very close play at first base. And we will get a challenge.
Yes,
4 games.
We made it to the first
4 games and 4 and 5 and a third innings. We finally got our first challenge of the day as Deanne Pendleton Helm immediately throws it up. Each coach has 2 challenges. They have to keep them if they're successful.
You can see there Walling was just pinched up the middle and had to make a quick transfer. So we shall see.
So official review is underway. Umpires will go into the visitor clubhouse. The official replay center of Direct Communications Field at Miller Ranch Stadium.
Yeah, first official challenge of the. I'm surprised it's taken this long for us to get one.
It is shocking. It is very shocking.
But for the most part, I feel like everything's been, they've been great. Everything's been really clean. So, but this feels like a big moment in this game right here.
Very. I mean, if you get a second out here versus 1 out, 2 runners, we'll see if we can get a couple of replays.
Yeah.
For you guys over at home. That was a very close.
Very close.
Very close play. On the naked eye, I thought it looked like she was beat by a half step over at first. So we get the replay here.
Yeah, the question is, does Morales secure the ball?
I don't think her foot's on the. Well, also, she's not on the orange bag.
She's running. She ran to the.
She ran to the white bag.
The white bag, which the orange bag was put there to protect the first baseman and the runner. But I guess the question is, will there be enough evidence to overturn it if they do see
they have different viewpoints than we do. There's a camera set up on third base, first base, and one viewed in on home plate. So we have different views than them. There's a little more top angle down.
I think theirs is a little bit clearer than ours, too, because they can really zoom in there and get in on that action.
I'd hope. It'd be rough if they were.
I mean, if we're doing it right,
Yeah, they have the replay cameras, the cheapest cameras, and I think they spent a nice pretty penny on those.
Fan out there tossing the softball around during this official
beautiful
replay
day.
review.
It is. See if the temp's gone up or gone down. Nope, still at 73.
Yeah.
Seems like we peaked in temperature today.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful day. A lot of fans coming out. It's cleared out a little bit since the Idaho State game. A lot of fans out there filling up the berm for that 10-1 run rule victory for the Bengals. They'll be playing the winner of this game tomorrow in Game 7 of the tournament, 3rd of the Day 2 of the Big Sky.
Sure, they're all watching this game pretty closely, so we're playing it here.
We'll start off tomorrow with Montana versus Portland State. Montana 1-1, Portland State 0-1. Got ran rule by Sacramento State in Game 2 today. Loser of this game will play Game 2 tomorrow, Game 6 overall against the Weber State Wildcats.
I think that matchup tomorrow with Portland State and Montana is going to be really good for a couple of reasons. Well, first reason, your season's on the line. It's do or die. You got to, make something happen. The second reason is, at the very beginning of Big Sky play, Montana swept Portland State and pretty much shocked everybody in the conference. So
it's really their coming out party.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at it. You got like maybe some Northern Colorado fans out there.
Making the trip to Pocatello.
Taking in the sights and sounds.
The berm is a great place to catch a game.
Oh, that dog won. Give the dog the ball. Oh, man. Oh.
Oh,
No.
maybe?
Oh. Throw the ball.
My favorite thing is when you're out at this field and the dog just takes off in full sprint down the hill. I don't know why that's like my favorite.
Hey, there's us. Hey, guys. What camera am I looking at? Matt?
That.
Matt. Hey, Matt. Yeah, we're in our beautiful tent. It's kept us warm all day.
Matt
also giving us a fan. That's really the guy. Matt, they're right there on your screen. Look at him.
Matt, the savior of our tent.
Yeah. Oh, where are we going? As umpires are back out on the field, here's the call. It stands, so it'll be an infield single with one out. Melissa George reaches base. It'll be 2 runners on, 1 out for, where are we at, man?
We are.
Eva Medellin.
Yep, Medellin. We spent so much time with review, we lost where we were in the
and started doing
lineup.
Play-by-play for other happenings.
Yes. I think even though Northern Colorado did not win that challenge, I think that was a really good challenge by.
Yeah, may as well. You have 2 of them. Mm-hmm. You're in the 6th inning.
Exactly, and like we said, I think this could be a really big point in this game, and I feel like you have to do it. You have to challenge it, and so.
And I guess I need to clarify, does it matter if they step on the white bag still?
I think it only matters that when you run through first base, you have to come back to the white bag as in play. Otherwise, if you come back to the orange. But as far as running through, I don't really know. I don't really think so. But I know that when you come back, we've seen a couple people get tagged out going back to the orange bag.
Saw Cindy who was that against?
Yeah, she tagged them and they were.
Was that someone in the Oregon Classic? Yeah.
I think so. Something like that. We've seen it happen.
It wasn't Oregon, but it was like Stetson.
I was going to say, was it when they went to El Paso?
Ooh, it might have been there. Oh, yeah, it was. It was against New Mexico State.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
We have seen that a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 gone for Eva Medellin. 2 runners on base. Trying to extend this lead. Shows bunt, pulls back. Outside for a ball. Had a single her last at bat. 1 for 2 on the day. Fly out to center. Back in the 2nd inning. Single last inning. Came around and scored. Tied the game. Evers Lyles gave him the lead. Or Mendoza gave him the lead.
Yep.
Saskia Robb drove in Medellin.
Yeah, Sac State, again, just continuing to try to put some insurance runs together, it feels like, in this ballpark and in this tournament especially, that no lead is ever really truly safe. So just trying to add as much as they can.
High pop-up. Kika Christie makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 gone for Faith Epperson. As I believe she had what was ruled a bunt single, and then Medellin was the second. So actually, I was wrong last time too. It was Epperson who scored on the Saskia Robb triple.
Yes, it was Epperson.
Out of second. Yeah. All right.
Now that we're all squared away,
we're back on.
I actually think we're going to have a pinch hitter in.
Oh, yeah, we do. Number 12.
Yeah. Mariah
Avalos.
Yeah, Avalos.
Mariah Avalos in, for this season, I should say. It's batting 130, 6 for 46, 1 double, 1 triple, 1 home run out of her 6 total hits. So she'll get a chance here with 2 outs against Anna Wilming.
Yeah, we saw her earlier in the day, and when they played Portland State, she was 1 for 1 with a single.
Yep. Trying to make it a nice 2 for 2 in the tournament. First pitch from Anna Wilming. Flies this one out into the left side. Foul. Good effort by Abby Guyona. Comes up just short. It'll be a long strike number 1 to Mariah Avalos.
Almost another web gem.
All right.
Almost.
Another web. Bottom or top half of the 6th inning. Sac State leads 6-4. 1 run home in this inning to make it a 2-run advantage for the Hornets. That 1 pitch. Called strike. Quickly 0-2. Wilming a strike away from escaping the jam. Holding Hornets just 1 run in this frame. The deficit at just 2 for her offense. The 0-2 pitch. Just misses.
Another great pitch out there on the outer half of the plate. And you can see Wilming smiling out there. But again, another really quality pitch by these pitchers in this game and just barely missing off the corner of the plate.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Anna Wilming gets off those swinging. That retires things here in the top of the 6th. One more run, though, put on the board by the Hornets via a Madison Evers-Lyles solo shot. The score, Sac State 6, Northern Colorado 4. You're watching the Big Sky Conference Softball Championships on ESPN Plus, presented by Jambar.
What you put in determines what you get out. This is true for sports. You've got to be willing to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts. That also holds true for how you fuel your body. At Jambar, we take pride in only putting the cleanest whole foods in our organic energy bars. No fad diets, no false promises. Just healthy ingredients to power your performance. Jambar, the official energy bar of the Big Sky Conference.
In the heart of Montana's untamed wilderness, a legend is brewing. Jeremiah Johnson Brewing, the official beer of the Big Sky Conference. Brewed with the rugged spirit of the West. Jeremiah Johnson is simply a world-class, straightforward, no-nonsense beer. Do well.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
Welcome back to beautiful Pocatello, Idaho. Bottom of the 6th inning, Krista Francia leads things off against Kennedy Bacon. Went deep her last time around.
Yeah, shot to straightaway center field.
At the time, tied things up. Now facing a 2-run deficit with 6 outs to work with. 2-0 quickly on her. Bacon out for her 6th inning of work. Winner is to play Idaho State tomorrow. Loser plays Weber State. 3-0. Tying run on deck, Francia. Love to have the tying run at the plate. She can reach here. There's a called strike. So 3-1 hitters count to Krista Francia. Katie Bacon trying to work her way back into the at-bat. Oh, there's a called strike. Keeps Francia in the box. And the counts ran full.
And if you're Northern Colorado here, obviously you can get back in this game with one swing of the bat, but there's no better time to go ahead than in the bottom of the 6th inning.
She'll lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th with the base hit. So a tying run will come to the plate in the form of Hayden Nelson. Had a home run her last at-bat. Briefly gave Northern Colorado the lead as we look at the base hit right there by Francia.
Just a nice piece of hitting going back up the middle right there. And again, not trying to do too much.
8 hits in Big Sky play, 6 home runs now.
I was going to say that there's no better time to go ahead than in the bottom of the 6th inning if you're the home team, because then the opposing team only has 3 outs to work with. So,
correct.
Like we were talking about, obviously Nelson's already gone deep once today, but one swing of the bat can really, again, change the momentum of this game.
One swing of the bat can tie things. Pitch from Bacon. Just misses, and it's count 1-1.
Again, in a really nice pitch out on the outer half. I'm sure Bacon would love a double play ball right now.
1-1. 1-2. Northern Colorado fans not a fan of that call.
I was going to say, I like that adjustment from Kennedy Bacon because she goes back to that same spot on the plate, but she brings it a little bit lower in the zone. And I think that's ultimately why it ended up getting called for strike number 2.
1-2 fouled away.
But yeah, like you said, the Northern Colorado faithful, not too happy about that.
No, they won the ball there. But Nelson battling, fouled the last one off, 1-2 count. The pitch. Oh, man. I think Northern Colorado fans liked that call.
I think so. I think so. Sac State fans, on the other hand, not so
they were fans now.
They
so
did not
2
like
and
that.
2.
I mean, you can't really put
It's a wash now.
Yes. You can't really make a prettier pitch than that right there on the outer half of the plate.
The 2-2. 3 and 2. Full count. No outs. Francia stands at first. Big pitch coming here from Kennedy Bacon.
Huge pitch.
What will she go with? Nelson steps in the box. Bacon gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Popped into short right field, making the catch is Medellin for out number 1. Great job there by Bacon to retire the first batter of the 6th inning.
Man, what a great pitch right there by Kennedy Bacon. Didn't get a couple pitches called on the outer half of the plate, but continues to go to that spot and forces Nelson to swing the bat, who ultimately pops up to Medellin at second base to record out number 1.
Bailey Cacales' turn. First pitch, called strike. Oh, 1 on Cacales, 1 gone. There's a called strike, quickly 0-2. Francia still stands at first. She's 1 for 2 on stolen bases. One expects her to run here as she, it's the runner at home plate represents a tying run. 0-2. Grounded foul. Behind home plate.
I always like when hitters foul the ball off and you see the sand and the turf just like explode.
Right. 1 gone. Here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Bears down to their final 5 outs. Tying run at the plate and Bailey Cacales. Bacon gets her sign. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. Trying to get her to expand the zone. Cacales holds up, and it's now a 1-2 count. Cacales 1 for 2 on the day. Single and a strikeout. Worked the count full her last time against Bacon. Just misses inside. That'll leave the count 2-2.
I like
Bacon, there's no award for it, but she might have the most close misses I've seen.
And she had him too when they came here and played Idaho State as well.
She knows her zone.
Yes.
2-2. Slow roller in front of the home plate. Making the catch. Over at first base, Melissa George. It looks like Cacales came down hard on first base, diving into the bag. 2 gone now, runner on second. We'll look at this one again.
Yeah, I think she was trying to obviously try to give herself the advantage by diving, but I think she just
that's a helmet straight to the base.
Yep.
2 gone, runner in scoring position in Francia. Harrington with a hit to the outfield. Could tie, but instead, ground ball shortstop. Good play by Mendoza, picked by George. And that retires the side in the 6th. Bears will be down to their final 3 outs. But first, the Hornets will grab the bats in the 7th inning, trying to add on to their lead. You're watching the Big Sky Softball Conference Championships presented by Jam Bar right here on ESPN+. Algrim on the season. Algrim 5.38 ERA, 6-6 record. This is her 29th appearance of the year, 95 innings. As Nelson tosses over to Morales for out number 1, and she also has 47 strikeouts to 31 walks. Algrim, love to see. One pitch, one now.
Yeah.
What do you see out of her in the circle?
Yeah, Algrim's going to come in and throw that curve and backdoor combo. Also has a rise ball, so side to side and then up in the zone. A little bit different from what Anna Wilming brings to the plate. But what really stood out to me was she has a 38% chase rate on the rise ball. So if she can locate it up in the zone, she is usually really effective with that pitch.
Now she gets to face Maddie Mendoza. Fouls the first pitch off. Algrim, a senior from Elburn, Illinois, Caneland High School. Or Caneland. It's probably Caneland, huh?
Yeah.
I'd love to know how many high schools I mispronounced over the course of the year. It has to be in double digits at this point. 0-1. Cities I'd like to think I've kept under 5.
I was going to say, I feel like you do a pretty good job of pronouncing things, so.
I hope so. I'm sure there's fans.
They probably disagree with us, but.
Trying.
We're doing our best.
Can always do better.
Yeah.
Pop fly in the short, shallow right field. Making the catch. Over there's the right fielder, Bailey Cacales, for out number 2. So 2 outs, or 2 batters, I should say. 2 outs for Algrim out of the pen. I'd assume if the score holds, Algrim would most likely be the starter. Then again, I'm pretty bad at these. I said earlier, I don't think Sweet's going to pitch again for Montana today. She pitched 5 innings or 4 innings.
Yeah. Just in the tournament, all bets are off. You just don't know.
Yeah. But if Algrim can have a 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th,
oh yeah,
you'd think no matter what, even if they play ISU tomorrow. For Sac State, it'll be interesting to see who they go with, win or lose. You know, Ortega threw a nice gem in game 1. Then you have Kennedy Bacon, who's really been the leader of this team, the pitching staff. But if they play Iowa State, Bacon's faced all the ISU hitters about 9 times this season, let alone not including their entire careers. A very senior-heavy lineup.
I think if you're Sac
versus
State,
Ortega, who didn't really,
Ortiz didn't really get
Ortiz,
to see,
didn't receive a single out. Ortega's Montana.
Yes, but Ortiz didn't really see him at all. Just didn't even make it out of the inning. I don't think.
And then for the Portland State Montana game, I'd assume my most confident would be Sheree Nicoach.
I 100% agree.
Most likely pitch that game.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. Does Montana go with Ortega, or do they run out Sweet 3rd game as Minnie? In 2 days. She's gone, she go 9 innings today?
Yeah, 9 innings today. So.
I don't have as many pitches she threw, but. So 3-1 to Malapei. 0 for 2 today with a walk. Almost left the yard last at bat.
Yeah.
Dangerous count. Here's the pitch from Algrim. Beautiful.
Change up in a 3-1 count. I love it. Honestly,
are like terrifying. The hitter knows.
If you can have an effective changeup, and I know I've been saying this all season long, but it's so true. If you can have an effective changeup, I think it makes everything look so much better.
We've seen some unbelievable changeup pitches. That'll be a walk. Malapei reaches first for the 2nd time during this ball game. That'll bring to the plate Madison Evers-Lyles, who'd like to join the 3-home run club with Anna Cockle, who did it earlier today. First player in Big Sky tournament history to have 3 home runs in 1 game. Now Evers-Lyles has a chance to join that exclusive club.
And going back to that changeup point really quick, even if you do throw it and it's more of a ball and a pitch just to change eye levels, it puts it in the back of the hitter's mind that there could be an off-speed pitch coming, which makes it a little bit harder than sitting on just 1 speed in the box.
So 0-1 on Evers-Lyles. 2 outs in the inning. Malapei stands at first. Algrim looking to keep the deficit at just 2. As her team is down to their last 3 outs. The 0-1. This is up for a ball. Evens count 1-1. Evers-Lyles' step, her pre-pitch step, and her torque is unbelievable.
It's explosive.
It's terrifying.
It's explosive.
Yeah, it's like
yes. That's why when she
every time she even flinches, this ball.
Yes. That's why when she hit that first home run, I was like, oh, it's gone.
1-1. Not as much torque on this one as it goes over Morales. Makes the catch for out number 3. So good job by Algram keeping the score right where it's at. Sac State needs 3 more outs to advance to the next round. Escape going to the loser's bracket, but Northern Colorado will have something to say about that in the bottom half of the 7th. You're watching the Big Sky Conference Softball Tournament presented by Jam Bar on ESPN+. Here in the bottom of the 7th on the season, Kenzie Carter is 11 for 55. It's her 27th game she's appeared in, 21 of those being starts. First pitch from Bacon. She's looking for a complete game winner. And trying to go 2-0 on the day to play Idaho State tomorrow. Colorado 3 outs away from playing Weber State tomorrow, who they swept just last week. But you know how hard it is to beat the team 4 times, Taylor?
Very. You know how hard
Montana did, I guess, earlier today, and Sac State did it.
Yeah,
so.
I was going to say, you know how hard it is to beat a team 3 times in a row?
This one's going to drop, so we'll have the tying run come up to the plate. Great job by Kenzie Carter off the bench. Leadoff single for the Bears, and it's now the top of the order with KK Christie.
That great job right there by Carter. Gets herself at a 2-0 hitter's count and just deposits that ball right into left field for a base hit.
Abby Guyona will re-enter over at first base. I think this will most likely be a bunt situation with KK Christie. She has plenty of speed to leg out an infield single. She also has left the yard 4 times, has 2 triples and 17 doubles. So what do you, you know, Taylor, you're the manager. What do you do? Swing away?
I think so. I think in this situation, you have to play for 2 runs. If it was run, I definitely would bunt her. But because you're playing for 2, I think you got to just trust her and your leadoff hitter and let her swing the bat.
It would have to be very hard hit to be a double play. And at worst, you have a fielder's choice. And you put Christie on first base, who's 9 for 9 on stolen bases.
Yeah, exactly.
That one misses 2-0. Abby Guyona sitting there first. She's 7 for 9 on stolen bases. But being down 2, doubt we'll see her on the move.
Yeah, I think, like I said, if you were down 1 run, I definitely would consider bunting in this situation just to move the runner over into scoring position, especially with who you have coming up in Walling, Morales, and Gonzalez. But being down 2 here, I think you just got to trust in your leadoff hitter in KK Christie.
I don't know why I even brought the bunt situation. They're down 2.
It's okay. Just something to talk about.
Unbelievable. Well, you know, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
You did think about it.
Yeah, I thought about it. I mean, you know.
So 1-0 on Christie. Could be a bunt situation if she gets on base.
Exactly.
This one fouled away. Count 2-1 now on Christie. Bacon searching for those final 3 outs.
The hardest outs of the ball game to get.
And number 19, 20, and 21. 2-1. 3-1. Hitters count to KK Christie. Northern Colorado's been in these moments over the last 3 years. 2 championships in that time frame. A 3-1. Ball 4. So first 2 batters reach, and it's 2 on, no outs. Here in the bottom of the 7th, the winning run will come to the plate in the form of Katie Walling, who has left the yard once in this ball game. Quick chat with Bacon from the pitching coach. Now she'll talk to Lori Perez and the entire infield.
Great at bat right there by KK Christie. Really saw some pitches and didn't get a pitch to hit, but ultimately able to work the walk and get herself over to first base. And like you said, the winning run will come to the plate.
All right, now you're the manager again, Taylor. Walling's left the yard. She has extra bases.
See, that's where I get conflicted.
She also has speed, so it'd be tough to double her up. She's 12-14 on stolen bases. So what do you do here? Interesting decision with a Miley Morales and Ella Gonzalez on deck and in the hole. And if he gets one more batter, it's Krista Francia, who's also left the yard in this game. First pitch misses to Katie Walling. You have to wonder if Sac State has anyone in the pen.
Yeah.
Or if this is Kennedy Bacon's game, win or lose. 1-0, the pitch. Misses, 2-0.
Going back to that bunt situation real quick lickety split. I think in this situation specifically, because Bacon has had a harder time finding the zone, I think that you got to let Walling kind of swing away, I think, here.
I agree with you. 2-0. There's a strike. So 2-1 now to Walling.
These are the moments that you wish for when you're a kid.
That was a ball?
Oh.
Whoa.
I definitely thought that was a called strike. Got to erase that in my book.
That's a strike.
But these are the moments that you dream of when you're a little girl growing up, playing softball, getting to be in these championship tournaments and getting to have possibly be the one to help your team advance to the next round.
3-1. Hit into the gap. Malapei cuts it off for out number 1. No tag. Runners will remain at first and second. But it doesn't get any easier. Miley Morales, who's had plenty of theatrical moments in the Big Sky tournament. A 2-time tournament champion. All Big Sky honoree. They get 4 times. Had a massive home run in the championship game to help propel her team to the conference tournament. Gets a chance here in her senior season to bring the Bears just 2 wins away from a Big Sky championship. They're down to their final 2 outs in this ball game. The 0-1. 1-1. Runners on first and second. KK Christie has speed. A ball that reaches the fence might score and tie this ball game.
Ooh, the drama.
The 1-1. 2-1. Morales and Ella Gonzalez were pointing at different parts of the field, reminiscing on their at-bats in 2024.
Well, the thing here is,
dreaming of it in 2026, the 2-1. 3-1, hitters count.
Well, if you're Kennedy Bacon here going at Miley Morales, it doesn't really get any easier, like you said, with Ella Gonzalez on deck. So kind of a pick your poison, if you will.
And it's it's a strike. It's full.
So Bacon gets the outer half called on that pitch right there.
Full count, 1 out, 2 runners on. Miley Morales, deep breath in the box. Bacon, pitch. Fouled off the catcher. And the umpire has...
Oh, I think that got Garcia right in the mask.
Shane Garcia's going to need a moment to regroup.
Oh, ouch.
Another couple minutes for everyone to think about the moment. Garcia telling her trainer she's all right.
Yeah, she doesn't want to come out of this ball game. Morales just right on that, but yeah, gets Garcia on the side.
Lori Perez patiently listening to her catcher. Shane Garcia taking a moment, along with everyone in the ballpark. A time for everyone to recollect their breaths here in the 7th inning. 2 runners on. base hit by the pinch hitter.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of holding their breath a little bit right here.
Walk by KK Christie. Katie Walling flew out to right field. Miley Morales faces a full count. Fouls it off of the catcher, Shannon Garcia. He's currently getting looked up by the trainer. High fives the trainer. She's staying in this ball game. So here we go. Miley Morales asking if she's okay.
She just said, I'm sorry.
So even in one of the most intense moment of the tournament so far, still some time for some levity.
I was going to say some good sportsmanship right there. But I think that Shannon Garcia's arms and legs would both have to be falling off before she came out of this ball game.
No way she's getting taken out. Full count, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Bacon. Whoa, fouled right back to my face. All right, Miley Morales might just be trying to hit people at this point. Takes out
Where's
the
your apology?
Takes out, yeah, I need my apology. Luckily, I have a fence, or else I would have had to get 10 teeth replaced.
Oh, my God.
Full count, 1 out. We'll do it again. Here's the pitch. Set into the gap. Cut off by left fielder. 1 run scores. It's going to be a long single from Miley Morales. It's a 1-run ball game. Make it 6-5. Tying run on second now. Winning run on first.
Talking about living up to the moment, Miley Morales there continues her Big Sky tournament success right there. Just a nice little single and able to score Guyona. Bears within 1 in this game, Logan.
Miley Morales has had to learn how to hit the outside pitch. It's all that's been thrown to her. Gets one there and delivers. Sends one into left field. Make it a 6-5 ball game.
I think we're going to get a pinch runner in to run for her.
We will get a pinch runner. Lori Perez might be challenged with the runner left early.
Honestly, at this point, you have 2 challenges, and late in this ball game, yeah, I think you're right.
I saw her put a hand on her hat. We'll see here. Did you get the pinch runner, by the way?
I did not get her number, but if she just
turns it.
Yeah, just turn this way a little bit.
You get a camera on first base.
I think it might be 6.
6?
And Eva Peace.
They are challenged at the runner left early on second base. So a crucial spot here.
Because
if it's overturned, that's 2 outs. You have the time run at the plate with Morales facing a 3-2 count again. Down to her instead of 1 out, full count. It's a 2 outs, full count. So massive moment in this ball game. We'll see if we have any angles of second base. See if they left early, but it sounds like we're going to head to break. The drama here in Pocatello. Stay with us. You're watching the Big Sky Softball Tournament presented by Jam Bar on ESPN+.
What you put in determines what you get out. This is true for sports. You've got to be willing to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts. That also holds true for how you fuel your body. At Jam Bar, we take pride in only putting the cleanest whole foods in our organic energy bars. No fad diets, no false promises. Just healthy ingredients to power your performance. Jam Bar, the official energy bar of the Big Sky Conference.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number. But when 1 is a collection of many, 1 can stand for all. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, we've been your one local and trusted healthcare partner for 85 years. And through every journey, our one true focus has remained the same: to elevate the highest levels of preventive care and overall wellness, 1 member at a time. Always keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything we do.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
The call on the field is confirmed. It's first and second for Ella Gonzalez. Tying run on second. Winning run in the form of Ava Peace standing on first base. Ella Gonzalez, just like Miley Morales, reminiscing about 2023. 2024, looking to extend their run in 2026. fouled away. If they win, they'll play Idaho State tomorrow. A loss, they'll be in the losers bracket. They'll be taking on Weber State. Bacon been in these spots over and over this season, trying to find 2 more outs. The 1-1 pitch just misses. 2-1 on Ella Gonzalez.
Well, again here, if you're the Hornets, obviously got runners on first and second for the Bears, but there is a force out at third base. So multiple options to get outs, and if you're the Bears here, you're just looking to barrel something up.
Misses. It's 3-1. Dangerous count to a dangerous hitter. 0 for 3 on the day, but that could end right here. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Counts full.
What a great pitch right there by Kennedy Bacon. That's just straight challenge right there going at Ella Gonzalez.
Full count, 1 out, 2 runners on. The pitch from Bacon. Slow roller, back to Bacon, tosses over to first for the out. 2 gone now. The winning run moves over to second base. The tying run moves over to third base. And with 2 outs, it'll all come down to Krista Francia, who has a home run in this game against Kennedy Bacon.
Singled in her last at bat as well, so 2 for 3 on the day, seeing the ball well.
And if you pitch around her, you have to face Hayden Nelson, who also went deep at the time, giving the Bears the lead. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, 1 run lead for Sac State. That pitch misses just barely. It's 1-0.
I think if you're Kennedy Bacon here in the circle, you just got to continue to take it 1 pitch at a time, trying to make the best pitch you can in that moment. And then after the pitch is thrown, just reset and refocus.
2-0. On Francia. Tying run on third. Winning run on second. 2 outs. The pitch. 3-0. On deck, like we said, Hayden Nelson, who has a home run in this game. Of her 8 hits in the Big Sky this year, 6 of them have left the yard. 3-0 on Francia. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Misses. Bases are juiced. Nowhere to put Hayden Nelson with the bases loaded.
And the drama continues, Logan, here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs.
Here we go. Base hit to the outfield. Most likely scores Ava Peace, the pinch runner. Plenty of speed over at second. The tying run, KK Christie stands at first. And over at, or second, or third. Runner over at first is Krista Francia. She just has to avoid leaving early.
Yeah, yes.
0-1 on Hayden Nelson. The pitch. Make it 0-2 now. Bacon a strike away. She sees the light at the end of the tunnel.
Can she make the pitch that finally put this ball game away?
9 hits for both teams. Only difference, the runs. High fly ball. Saskia Robb tracking it, and she'll make the catch. Kennedy Bacon escapes again.
Big time Bacon coming through yet again for the Hornets.
And Sacramento State goes 2-0 on the day. They'll play Idaho State tomorrow. Northern Colorado falls to 0-1. They'll be taking on the Weber State Wildcats in Game 6, the second game, tomorrow. Final score, 6-5. Hornets take down the Bears. Stick with us. After the break, we'll be interviewing head coach Lori Perez for the 2nd time today. You just watched the Big Sky softball tournament presented by Jambar on ESPN+. Jam Bar with Coach Lori Preston. Lori, exciting win right there.
Yeah, my heart is still racing, so I'm trying to get it under control, but phenomenal effort. I mean, Northern Colorado is such a competitive team, and we always have dogfights with them. This isn't the first time we've seen them in this capacity, and you just knew it was going to be tight. You knew there was going to be offense. You knew there was going to be a lot of action. So I'm so proud of Kennedy and her ability in the circle just to really work through some trouble spots. Obviously, Maddie hitting 2 home runs, and just our overall energy and fight as a team was phenomenal today. So I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, overall, across her 4-year career, Kennedy Bacon seems to always get out of those jams. She's an escape artist. What do you want to say about her 4 years as a Hornet?
Yeah, well, we've only had her for 2 years, unfortunately, and so unfortunately, yeah. But no, she just battles. I think she's learned. She puts in the work. She studies. We've worked on the mental part of the game, all those things, and I'm just proud of her. We don't expect her to be perfect, and it's not going to be. We have to have her back and make big plays. So extremely proud of her just to continue to fight and find ways. She's got really great stuff, and as long as we believe in ourselves and stay strong, I mean, we're just going to, play it out and see how it goes. So.
Well, you got 2 wins today. You only have to play 1 game tomorrow. What do you got to do to advance to the Big Sky Championship?
Just keep doing what we're doing. Solid pitching, get ahead of our batters, mix our pitches, solid defense behind, and really just continue to swing the bats. We need to stay aggressive. We need to stay hungry. We know we've got Idaho State tomorrow, and they're a great offensive team. They're a solid all the way around team. So we're just going to come out and compete and give it our best shot.
Sweet. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. And hey, I just want to give one shout out. Jenna Birch is not with us today. She had some family stuff, and we just want to spend some love to the Birch family, and just thinking about you.
Of course. Well, back to you, Taylor.
And that'll do it for Game 4 here of the Big Sky Tournament. Sac State winning it in 7 innings, 6-5 again over Northern Colorado. Just want to say some thank yous before we sign out. Thank you to technical producer John Young, all of our ESPN crew, all of the Big Sky softball SIDs, Idaho State SID John Match, and all of the Idaho State support staff who have made this event possible. For Logan Kelso, I'm Taylor Fitzgerald. So long, and see you tomorrow for Day 2 of the Big Sky Tournament.